from my perspective, I don't think the
But
fight was as exciting as the Errol Spence Shawn Porter fight, but it was very tactical. But what's your thoughts, though?
yeah, definitely gonna agree with you that one. Definitely, it wasn't. You know what? It wasn't intense as the Errol Spence fight, innit?
Mm,
Shawn Paul Errol Spence. This one was. It seemed more not. It wasn't even as tactical. I think Terence Crawford was more tactical than Porter,
yeah,
but I feel like Porter could have done more. You know, like I do think that he kind of. When you compare his performance, like from his last fight, yeah, which Errol Spence, he was relentless, brother. Like the amount of energy that guy has got and the amount of heart he's got, yeah, he kept on going, going, going. With this fight, I don't think. I think it. I think it feels like they didn't put their foot on the gas. I feel like they were quite cautious with this one. I feel like he could have went more.
hmm,
Like he could have pressurized him more. I think because I think he gave him a bit too much respect. And I think that respect, it sounds like from the camp, because when you watch the press conference, like they were like, you know, he's a great, like, you know, Crawford's a great fighter. The dad was saying, Porter's dad was like, oh yeah, we're happy for Crawford for whatever. I just feel like they gave him too much respect, and it came from the press conference into the boxing ring because, like, to me, for the not to go talk about the Errol Spence fight, but there was no respect. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they literally went all out, all guns blazing. This one I think he probably went like 75 to 80%. He could have went more, I think.
okay,
I had Porter winning on the cards, to be fair. I only had to be, I'll be honest with you, Terence Crawford for me, I probably had him like 3 rounds, winning 3 rounds, and the rest was Shawn Porter.
yeah,
Because the reason why is because of the pressure. Because even as I said, even though he didn't go full pelt, the thing with Crawford, he don't really pressurize you, does he? He's more of a like a snake. Like he's just
yeah,
waiting. We've always said this. He's always waiting, and but he's really fast, and he's got skills, but he's more patient with it. He's
mm-mm.
got that killer instinct. But I just think I had Porter winning, but I'm gonna disagree with you and say retired him. Yeah, I think his dad. I think Porter's dad retired Shawn Porter, and I think that was a bitch. Like not to swear, but I think that was shit, man. Like
It
I don't know
was.
why he did that for. Why did he? The thing is, it's not like he was dazed or like when he got knocked down the second time, he was frustrated. I saw you know that he was banging the canvas
Hmm.
like a couple times. Then he got up and he seemed fine. Like I don't know why that was stopped. I'm not too sure. I don't know why they stopped it. And I just again, it was just too much respect because his dad was saying like, oh, you know, he could kind of see what was happening, but bro, like that's too much respect, man. That was way too much respect, and I think that's what kind of played in with this fight. I think they respected Crawford too much, and he didn't pressurize him as much as he could have. Maybe he was wary of the skill and tactics, and you know the killer instinct of Terence Crawford. Maybe that's what it was to get the switch. So
Let me just read a part of this article I'm looking at now. Now it said that
yeah, gun,
basically, with a lot of time left in the round, Crawford would have
yeah,
likely finished off Porter had his dad not stopped the fight. Apparently,
yeah.
the fight was halted at 1 minute 21 of the 10th round, and Crawford was up on the scorecards.
Did it say Crawford?
Yeah, they had him up.
Nah, man, that's a joke, bruv. I don't think. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think he was
Now,
up?
now you know what? I can see why he will be up because you know what? When you look at the punch statistics, Crawford was landing more punches. He was throwing less, but his
Yeah,
punch landed percentage was higher.
that's true. Yeah, 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 that's true. Yeah.
Even though Bud was more economical with his attacks and punches, he
Yes, he
was a
was.
kind like
Yep.
I reckon he had more pop in his punch because again, like when Shawn was coming forward, the reason why he wasn't pressuring it as much, like you were saying, and respecting him more, is because the shit
Mm,
that was coming back was stopping him from doing certain shit. That's my
yeah.
interpretation of it, bro. You know what I mean? Like he tried to like muscle him back, but again, when he felt them counter punches and the timing him, he started timing him. I was like, right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's where it is. Yeah, it's the timing, bruv. Like that's the thing with Crawford, isn't it? It's like do you know what it is? I think I preferred Porter's style fighting because I wanted him. Because you know what? I want someone to trouble Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Like I want to see Like it was a good fight, but I want to see more intensity in it. Towards Terence Crawford, I want to see how he reacts to that, and yeah, just that was not happening. He just couldn't do it. And Porter could not do that, and as you said, he was very economical with his punches. And every punch was just nice and crisp as well.
I do think that Shawn did pretty well though. Like there were some certain little spots here and there where I could see that he did kind of deter Crawford from doing some of his things, but Crawford's a master of adapting to shit, and like he was never kind of too ruffled, but he would, certain times he will come forward and then he will get clipped a bit and then he'll change up his style. Maybe he'll switch hit and then come back with a different attack. So he's just got so many different dimensions and levels to what he can do in the ring. And I think that the most important key part is like when he was in the corner for that 9th round and somebody told him, yo, Bud, man, they've got Shawn Porter up on the cards. Bruv, he flipped, bruv. He just switched. And I was like, right. He got him out of there immediately.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and I know this is like going way off topic here, but the way he is, and I respect that because he's just got that mentality. Like he just don't give a shit. Like there's nothing really phases him. Yeah,
not at all, bro.
And he's got the confidence to go out and not like overthink it. Like the man just knows what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? He keeps it quite simple.
Yeah.
He stays in his realm and just he was able to get the job done. And when I look at that, I was like, raw, like Anthony Joshua, because we think Anthony Joshua is kind of like a street dude and he's got that anger in him. But with Terence Crawford, he's just naturally like he's just got that instinct, and that's what sets him. That's what is really
that mean streak is just built into him, bro. Like I think whatever his background was, or whatever his DNA genetics is, he's just got that dog fight in him, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's very confident because you can see like there was a lot of times when Porter maybe hitting him or kind of like getting up and close to him and trying to do some dirty stuff. But Crawford, a lot of the time in the fight, I saw was smiling.
Yes. He's very cocky. He's very cocky, bruv. Like he's talking, he's trash talking in there. He's a very arrogant dude in the ring, bruv. Trust me.
I'll be honest, I didn't like that. Like that's why I was going, nah, Porter, knock him out, man, knock him out. That's why I was going, nah, knock him out.
Nah, I like that shit, man.
I was thinking that. I was like, nah. I said, this guy's too cocky. I was like, come on, Porter, man. Cause Porter seems like a nice guy.
Yes, he is.
It just seems like he's up for it, and like to me, I don't know why he retired, innit? Because he can still fight. But but Crawford is one cocky like mofo. But he can back it up. But he can back it up, and he did. As I said, I had Porter up because I preferred his intensity and the way he was fighting. I respect Terence Crawford. I respect like just the way he can finish a man off. Because even when he knocked him down first time, he didn't go straight in. Did you notice that? Like he didn't go all guns blazing. Like he actually just went up to him, took his time again.
Yeah. He was sizing him up. Like he knows where to place the punches. He was like, right, I know how to break this guy down, bro. So he's very cool, calm, and collected. When he doesn't get overexcited, like you see that Wilder go crazy when he's got his man hurt. Whereas this guy's like he's just like a damn surgeon. He's like, what? Okay, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna hit this guy and fuck him up. And he just did it, bro. I was like, right, this guy is cold, bro.
That's why I'm pissed off. When I watched it, I was thinking like he got up, the Porter got up, and he's obviously looking to his corner. And what is his dad doing, man? Like to me, that punch was not like a KO punch, a knockout punch.
Nope.
No, that was not a Sparkout punch. I wouldn't class that as Sparkout. That was, as you said, that was just like, it looked like a flash punch.
Yeah.
It's probably, maybe, knocked his, is it equilibrium or something like that, yeah?
Yep.
But Porter recovered quick. Like, he recovered quick, and you're a pussy, old man. That dad is a pussy, old man. Tyson Fury's dad, I don't think would have, like, if he was in his corner, he wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Not to talk about, like, again, going off topic, but I don't know what I think his dad was shook. Like, I'll be honest, I think Porter's dad was shook with Crawford and thinking, you know what, this guy is going to just dismantle my son. I think that's all it was. It was fear.
Yeah.
And I think they gave him too much respect. I'm sorry, but I think it was too much respect.
Now, do you think he could have survived the final 2 minutes of the round with Terrance, though? Because I think he would have got knocked out, knowing how Bud finishes. Because you know what? Apparently, Bud he's been on a 6-year knockout streak. Everyone he's beaten in the last 6 years, I think, has been knocked out, bro.
Jesus.
So,
yeah, I think You know, I'm not too sure. You know, because I still think Porter had his wits about him.
Yeah, he did.
Because even okay, look, even if he potentially may have knocked him down again, would it have been like a lethal knockout? I'm not too sure.
He should have been running, but he still tried to kind of go up to Porter and try to fight back, and that's what led to him getting KO'd, dropped the second time. But I
But I
reckon,
think if he was running away, I think that it would have been a time of where Crawford maybe would have just backed him up. You know what I mean? And that's it. And the ref
maybe.
would have maybe stopped it. You know,
Mm,
like if he's unleashing these combos, because that's what he was. That's the thing. He's so fast.
mm,
The ref might have just stopped it because you seen bare punches coming in.
mm.
Boy, it might have just stopped him in it. So potentially could have. I mean, but we never know in it. Again, it's like with other fights, like someone can get knocked out, they come back up, and sometimes they will knock the man down. You never know in it. That's the beauty of boxing. And I think Porter, that just for me, he ruined that fight a little bit. I think he ruined.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Because you had 2 more rounds, man. Come on, man. You just let the man fight.
I
The man
agree.
reached like 3/4 of the fight. He's not. His face wasn't bust up. There was no. I know they had a clash of heads and they both had a cut, but other than that, there was nothing too serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the only thing. It was a great. I think it was a really good fight, though, man. It was something that everyone wanted, didn't it?
Yep. 100%, bro.
2 high class operators in their weight division. So
All right. So let's move on and talk about what's next. Obviously, Shawn says he's retired. Now, you said he could still fight on. Who else could he
yeah,
fight though? Because he's pretty much fought everybody.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. You know.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
So
I
what
was
else there to do?
Yeah, because I was just looking at Keith Thurman, because you know, like, not we'll talk about after, but I was just looking at Keith Thurman's record. And he's fought Porter, like Porter's fought everyone, man. But see, I'm not too clued up on the young prospects of. That's the thing in it, because he's fought everyone.
Mm.
He might end up start fighting like the younger, prospect, and then they might see him as the gatekeeper, and maybe he don't want
Correct.
to become that. You know,
Yep.
like a Derek Chisora, like a gatekeeper for people to come in it. And yeah, I don't. Maybe that's what it is. I think I don't know. I think he still could have hang around and fight. He still can fight at the top level. Like, there's no doubt about that. I mean, what do you think? Do you think he can't?
Yeah, I think he can still mix it up with the top level, but I think there will be a lot of pressure to fight people like Jerron Ennis, and these guys are coming up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
People don't want.
But that's again.
They don't want problems with that kind of brand, man. Like, trust me, man. Like,
That's the thing in it, because then if he gets knocked out by him, then he would definitely have to retire in it. Like,
yeah,
like, you pass the mantle on to the youngers. But how old is Crawford? He's only 34, I think, isn't it?
yeah, he's 34, man.
No, Crawford. Sorry, Shawn Porter.
Shawn, I'm not sure how Shawn is. I would assume he's roughly around, maybe a bit younger, maybe 32, 33, I would have thought.
He's 34.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, I do think he could have continued, but you're right. Like, thinking right now, who would he fight in it?
Yeah, and Furman or rematch Bud even. But that's the only
Yeah.
option. But again, there's no real appetite for the rematch of this. It's pretty conclusive. So let's talk about, obviously, the one that everyone wants to see is Errol Spence versus Terrance. And how do you have that? How do you think that will play out now, given what you've seen when you compare what Terrance did to Shawn Porter versus what Errol Spence did to Shawn Porter?
You'd have to say Terence Crawford right now,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because yeah, I mean, like, look, that fight, the Errol Spence Porter fight, was like a hell of a fight. That was a bad boy fight. No
Wicked
one can
fight.
say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just but that's the thing with Errol Spence, isn't it? Like, we're gonna say this again, he's even said it. He's a body puncher. That's his bread and butter, innit? That's what he likes to do. And Terence Crawford he seems he can do a bit of everything. So right now, you would have to say Terence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I would have to say that. And the thing is, though, we can't. Yeah, like, judging by that, we say Terence Crawford, but right now we don't know what state again where Errol Spence is in.
Yeah, we don't know. But
Yeah,
that guy's still a beast though, because the way he came back from that injury and was able to dispatch Garcia like it was kind of nothing. That's kind of scary, bro.
Yeah, that is next, bro. That is next level, man. Like,
That's madness, bro.
boy, that is next level, man. I'm sure he's probably like a God-fearing person, man. Like, God gave him another chance, man.
Big
'Cause
time.
seriously, like,
That crash
like,
was
where-
horrific, bro.
and he's come back to he's training now. Cause, like, what did he have an injury? Was it an eye injury?
Yeah, he had the eye surgery and he's back in the gym now. So
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He don't mess about. He don't mess
Monster,
about.
monster guy.
Yeah, but I do think right now, I would have to say, no, my head, you know what it is? My head says Terence Crawford, but my heart, because for me, Errol Spence is probably my favorite boxer. Like,
Yeah, I like Spence.
yeah, out of all the divisions, for me, he is, and I would say I would want him to win, but
Okay.
right now, Terence Crawford. But yeah, what a fight, man! They
And
just get on
do you
perfect.
think that Terrence would stop Errol, or would it be a points?
Oh shit! I think points.
Yeah, I've never really seen Errol get hurt in a fight.
No. Everyone's like a Superman, bro. Like
Thinking, what is he
for me,
made
we've
from?
got you got Bud versus Superman, bro. Yeah,
You know, it's
Bud
madness, bro.
versus Superman.
Bro, that needs to happen next year, bro. I can't wait to see that shit. And the thing is, it
That
looks like it's
yeah.
lining up because Bud said the only fight he's interested at 147 is Errol Spence next. And
But yeah, go on.
I think the WBC has finally ordered that fight as well. Or I think
Is it?
they're about to order it or something like that. So I think there is, but it's moving in that direction basically. But the only thing is, Ugas has got a belt from the one that he got from Manny Pacquiao. So I think,
Yeah.
in a way, I think Errol Spence might want to collect that belt first and then fight Bud end of next year. So if Errol can get the Ugas fight early in 2022, like in the first quarter of 2022, like March or something, and then they can arrange the unification undisputed for like September or end of next year, hopefully.
Oh, saying
That's what I hope.
okay.
That's what I hope happens because you want that fight to be undisputed fight for like 147, isn't it? You want to see
Yeah.
that just settle that whole division, bruv. You know what I mean? And then I
Yeah.
think after that, both of these guys probably gonna move up to 154. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, man.
But
But-
you know what they're saying? I was just checking. They're saying that Crawford is the number one
Pound for pound now, innit?
in the ring rankings at 147.
Yep, I agree with that. And they're saying he's number one pound for pound. A lot of people are saying that now. Like, as far as the ESPN guys, they're picking Terence
Canelo.
Crawford over Canelo. They're picking him over Canelo now,
Okay.
which is great. And I agree with that, brother. I feel like, because I think like basically Canelo is the best pound for pound on paper. But when you look at who he's fought, then you start to see the cracks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Subscribe to Sparkout TV. Listen, you're going to see some live footage and get some undercover stuff as well. Get involved.